Play different.
Greetings, fellow Mac addicts. In this video we're looking at Evolutionary War by PhloSoft. This is a rather unique little turn-based strategy game, and although some of you may think that means it's going to be quite dull, let me assure you this is not an evolutionary war. So let's dive in, shall we? Yes, let's shall. So the first thing you may notice is that the game has quite a moody atmosphere, which suits the theme quite well, about being at the start of creation, fighting war supremacy. So at the beginning of the game, players' units start at opposite ends of the board. Here I am up here, and here is the CPU. The AI of the game is actually quite competent, but of course with a game like this, two players where it really shines. So if you mouse over your units, you can see their stats on the right of the screen there, and you can do the same with the other players' units, so there's no information hidden in between each other, allowing you to plan your moves accordingly. Now I'll go over what these stats actually mean. So strength is the likelihood of winning a battle, so if I have a strength of 5 and another unit has a strength of 2 or 3, I'm probably going to win that battle. Intelligence complements strength, so if I go up against a unit with the same strength as me but I have high intelligence, I'm probably going to win that battle too. It's also possible to beat a unit with high strength than you if you got very high intelligence, but it's a bit of a dice roll there, or everything's a bit of a dice roll. All these stats is really just gives you indication of the likelihood of you winning a battle. Speed is how far you can travel on the board, so I only got speed of 1, so I can only move 1 space here. And fertility is the likelihood of a successful mating session, or cloning yourself if you want to mate with yourself. So the stats of each unit are randomized each game. They're usually around the same level, but you can luck out and get a very strong one to start with. But it doesn't mean you're going to win the game, because while you're moving up here, the other player can be doing a whole bunch of mating and a whole bunch of orgies up here, and create a super entity of their own and take you out. So I'll go a little bit more into the mating system of the game. The fertility rating tells you how successful a mating session may be. So 1 unit can come back, 2 units come back, or 3 units can come back, and obviously 3 units is what you want. When you mate 2 units, the offspring will have a combination of stats from their parents and also a chance of mutation. So let's try it up here. So we have a strength 0, speed 0, intelligence 1, fertility 1. And over here we got strength 2, intelligence 0, speed 0, and fertility 1. So our ideal result is a strength of 2, intelligence 1, speed 0, and fertility 1. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we've got 2 back, that's good. And we have a strength of 2, intelligence 0, speed 0, fertility 3, so we've got a mutation with the fertility. And over here we have a strength 1, intelligence 1, speed 2, and fertility, so we've got a mutation with the speed. Of course, the best strategy is to mate units which will likely result in strong offspring. I should also mention that to win the game you have to wipe out the entire population of the other player. Okay, now I am in a bit of a sticky situation, so the computer has a very strong population here. We're tied for average fitness. And I got this rather super duper guy here, so strength 4, intelligence 4, what do I have? 7, 2, 6, 3. I really want this guy down here, so let's get him down. Oh! So that's an example of what happens when a super duper unit comes along and attacks a unit with other weak units behind it and just wipes everyone out. So I am indeed in a spot of bother right now. Now the computer's really trying to destroy me, because if you're the first one to attack, you have the advantage. With all the stats and everything, you're most likely to win the battle if you're powerful enough. And so they're waiting here, they're waiting for me to make a move, like to go over here to mate with that one, or go over here to mate with that one, so they can just come doink down and just take me out. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to move you over here and see what the computer does. Okay. Alright, here we go. This is our last stand. Let's see what happens. Okay. We still win the game. Let's mate these two and see what happens. Hey, Okay, there we go. There, I knew they were going to attack them. Alright. Think so. Oh dear. So my mating session weakened me quite a bit here, and I'm a little bit worried I'm not going to survive this. Let's try it. Nope. Okay. This could be the end of Andrew. Oh, here goes nothing. Yep. Green wins. Now, I'm usually not a fan of asymmetrical strategy games like this, but in this case it works well because the games are usually quite short. So if you do end up with a weaker start, it doesn't really matter because the games only last about 5 to 10 minutes. It's also both satisfying to destroy the other team if you have a very strong start, and even more satisfying to still win even if you start at the disadvantage. So I'm trying to take out the other player's team quite early on in the game with my very strong unit here, but the CPU is trying to do the same thing as well. But I can take this unit out, but it's a bit risky if I move first here because they'll have the advantage. So I'm just going to carry on taking out these weaker units down here and wait for the CPU to make a move. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's try and take them out. Nope, nope. Okay. I thought that might happen. Okay, let's try this. Ooh, I think I can win this. Oh, I thought wrong. Okay. Oh dear. Well, it looks like I made a grave mistake. Let's just carry on trying to take everyone out down here. Oh, his computer's coming for me. Come on. Yes. Alright. So I took all their units out over here, so now it's just pretty much just me and them. And I am strong. Yeah, not really. Actually quite equal here, so it's just going to be a matter of who the game favors in this case. But if I make the attack first, I should be able to destroy them, but not necessarily. Let's move these guys out of the way here. Let's just move up here. What are they going to do? Alright, let's give it a shot. Yes! And that's how you win the War of Evolution. Thank you very much. So there are two major sources of inspiration for Evolutionary War. From a game perspective, it was the microscope puzzle from 7th Guest. Or I should say the infamous microscope puzzle from 7th Guest. If you don't know why it's infamous, you can find out when I do cover the game, or you can just Google it yourself. And am I about to win there? Yes. The other major inspiration was Grant Schindler's obsession with artificial life at the time. He read a book called The Age of Spiritual Machines, which introduced him to the idea of genetic algorithms and evolutionary algorithms, a class of computational methods by which computing solutions to a problem are mutated, combined, and selected for survival depending on their fitness. And he knew he wanted to make a game based on these ideas. Grant Schindler planned to port the game to iOS, which I think would be quite a good fit. Initially he planned to just do a straight port, but later on he would like to add a single player campaign where the player has objectives to complete, where they start with a disadvantage. He mentioned that if his child shows interest, it's a project they could work on together, which I think is quite sweet. And that is Evolutionary War, a very enjoyable turn-based strategy game that has a lot of chance, but also a lot of strategy.